when chapman billies leave the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late, and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, and getting fou and unca-happy, we think now on the lang Scots miles, the mosses, watters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brow like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fand honest Tam O'Shanter, as he frae airy nicht did canter, all there when near a tune surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses.
This is Ayr, and these are just a few of the many reasons why you should consider paying Ayr a visit. This busy town has it all. Whether you want a busy lifestyle or a quiet one, Ayr is for you. Ayr is right beside the seaside, which contrasts well with the busy streets. The beach provides a calm space where you can sit and take it all in. Ayr is very easily accessed as there is a train station, bus station and a nearby airport. Tourists and travellers have many different travel options, whether you are commuting to or from Ayr. Ayr was also home of the famous poet Robert Burns. His cottage is now a tourist location in Alloway, where many people will travel from all over the world to visit. There is also a Robert Burns Museum almost right around the corner, where you can explore the museum, which houses more than 5,000 Burns artefacts, including his own handwritten manuscripts. We also have many beautiful places you can head over to, including our long-time favourite, the beach. Here at Ayr Beach, there's always a lot going on. This is usually one of the reasons tourists like to visit Ayr. Here you'll catch dog walkers, couples, people walking with friends. It really truly is a great place to wind down and listen to the waves. Right next to Ayr Beach is where you'll find the beach park. Ayr Beach Park has just recently been refurbished. There's brand new slides and swings that have not long ago been built over the old beach park, which was actually almost the same as the beach park now, but upgraded. If you walk a little more down the street, after the beach and the beach park, you'll find Pirate Keys, which is also a very classic place. The reason I call it a classic is because it used to be known as the Pavilion, before it was a child's play. The Pavilion was popular in the early 90s and included music such as metal, rock and roll, dance, you name it. This was a very popular social place for young teens and adolescents back in the day. We also have an Odeon cinema, not too far away from the beach. As you can see, Ayr Odeon Cinema has a very classic cinema style. The Odeon Cinema is in the style of Art Deco, which gives off a very nostalgic feel. It was the very first Odeon ever built in Scotland and is the only survivor of all the Odeons built before the Second World War. It opened in 1938, so that's a very long time to still have its legs. The cinema celebrated its 75th birthday in 2013, meaning this particular cinema is 82 years of age. Be sure to check that out. Ayr Town is full of pubs. If you're an adult and fancy a wee drink or two, you'll be sure to find a pub you'll like here. This is a small town where everyone knows each other, very welcoming to newcomers and tourists. You'll always find someone to have a chat with. The Twa Dogs, which means the two dogs, is a good Scottish recommended pub, including local bands, singers and everything else in between. It's quite a small cosy pub, so you're bound to find comfort here. The name for this pub is from a Burns poem about a wealthy man who converses with a poor man's collie. Robert Burns is of course very popular here. At 44 miles, the River Ayr is the longest river in all of Scotland. The river is one of Ayr's historical landmarks, being a great inspiration for the poet Robert Burns, the powerhouse of the Industrial Revolution in Ayrshire, and a place of religious significance for centuries. The river is thought to have been sacred to pre-Christian cultures. Along its banks were found several remains of sacrificial horse burials, mainly concentrated around the town of Ayr. The River Ayr was first bridged around 1250, and in 1470 the bridge was built in stone. Now known as the Old Brig, it is one of the town's most well-known landmarks. Over its 550-year history, the bridge has overcome countless powerful tides and floods. It stands strong even to this day. Next to the river lies the Old Kirk of Ayr. Built between 1654 and 1656, the kirk acts as a peaceful sanctuary for those in need of some calm. The kirk has a lot to thank Oliver Cromwell for. If it were not for Ayr's strategic value in its subjugation of Scotland, the kirk might not exist as we know it. When Cromwell's army came to Ayr, they took possession of the parish church and the surrounding area. You can still see part of the citadel wall built by Cromwell and walk around the area it would have taken in. When Cromwell took the church, the town council accepted 1,000 merks to erect a new church. Eventually, the new church became known as the Old Parish Church of Ayr, and then finally, the Old Kirk of Ayr. But more than just a historical town, Ayr is also a place of learning. Here we have the riverside building of Ayrshire College. Ayrshire College was formed in 2013 as a merger of Ayr College, Kilmarnock College and the Lars and Cowanning campuses of James Watt College. The college has courses ranging from business to media to arts. The University of the West of Scotland is the highest ranked post-1992 university in all of Scotland. The present UWS dates from 2007, but it can trace its roots all the way back to the 19th century. The Ayr campus is set in 20 acres of the old parkland of Craigie House bordering the River Ayr. That sums up just a few of the reasons why you should be visiting Ayr. We have a good choice of further education, multiple travel options, and there is a large choice of bars and restaurants. Ayr is definitely worth visiting. These are only just some of the reasons why. Like the famous Robert Burns once said, "Auld Ayr, wham ne'er a town surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses."
Ere the keystone she could make, the faint a tale she had to shake. For Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam wi' furious ettle. But little wist she Maggie's mettle, a spring brought of her master hail, but left behind her ain grey tail, the curling caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now, what this tale o' truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son tak heed. Whene'er to drink ye are inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind, think ye may by the joys our dear remember Tam O'Shanter's mare.